Hello. So I thought I would just check in. I've just been sitting here thinking, I wonder if I should just discontinue making videos through this aspect of my journey because it is different than my intention for this channel in the beginning, which was about benzo withdrawal, which I did go through successfully, got to the other side, had a setback, got through that, got to the other side, and now here I am. But is this still related? I don't know. My jury is out on that. But we'll see if I continue or not with these videos. I'm not sure. I think that part of my neural retraining right now is to really rewire my brain around thinking negatively about my condition, because that's the typical response that wants to come up anytime there's a symptom that's really hard. And I've had really intense symptoms. Today I was just with the fatigue all day, really strong. I did sleep last night, by the way. I did sleep last night. So yes, I do sleep. It's just, we'll see what happens tonight. But, and I didn't take anything other than just the I don't take magnesium, melatonin and Calms Forte. But somebody asked me today, like, what do I mean by neural retraining when I say I do it all day? So I redirect my thoughts a lot because a lot of my day is spent lying down, depending on the day and how acute it is. I might be under a weighted blanket all day, just kind of riding waves, or maybe I'm just the fatigue, but I'm lying down. And there's a lot of time, like, I'm not a napper. I don't just fall asleep. I wish I did. That would help so much if my body was just like, boop, and I just fell asleep, but I don't. For whatever reason, it's been my constitution. It's one of the reasons why I was put on benzos. I'm ADHD, hyperactivity, in my brain, if not my body. It might also be part of the condition too, right? So if my brain is just going on and on and on, I may as well do something with it. And there's a lot of options of things we can do with our brains when our bodies are not able to run around, right? I can have fear. Some of that stuff is uncontrollable. Some of that is just organic and you can't do much about it, but just ride the waves. And then that's another form of neural retraining, is riding waves, just going, okay, I'm going to strap in now. I'm going to ride this bitch and not fight it. But sometimes what I need to do, and what I did just a little while ago, is I was having a moment where I was feeling really down about my day because I want to be out, I want to be running around, I want to be doing my life, and I'm lying here all day. And I got really down, and I had a little conversation with my own brain, and I said, hey, why are you guys not producing like serotonin and happy hormones and things, happy neurotransmitters? And they talked back to me, and they said, actually, because there's a lot of parts of our brain, right? Like, there's a lot of voices that you can be having all at the same time. There's that witness. The witness was the one that was asking the questions. Like, there's always that part of my brain that is separate from the suffering. And that's the part that was like, where are you guys? And then these little characters sprung up, and one was serotonin. It was like, actually, I'm right here. Remember that time earlier today when you felt happy? You were sitting out on the porch this morning. I was like, that's true. I had a happy moment. Serotonin's like, that was me. Okay. Yeah, right. And then I was like, dopamine, where were you? And dopamine's like, do you remember when you were cuddling with your partner and they had their hands around you and you felt this moment of sigh and gratitude and like, oh, this feels so good. Like that was me. That was dopamine. I'm like, all right, okay, you are here. And then I was like, well, what about you guys? Cortisol, adrenaline, norepinephrine. And they're like, we're tired. We've been running this show for a long time, like this last month on overdrive. We're tired. Like, we want to rest. And that's why we're resting. And I was like, oh, right. Okay. So this is neural retraining. It's not what all neural retraining means is that you're learning to do something new, and we do it all the time, like every day. if you learn to do something new, that you're retraining your brain, and it's with repetition, continuously doing it over and over and over. Like when I learned how to knit, I was awful at it, and it took me a long, long time, and I didn't give up. And so we create these new neuronal networks. And this is how a lot of people are healing from conditions like long COVID or other conditions. Now, if this isn't long COVID, if this is a setback, that's fine too, because I also need to be decreasing my stress hormones to heal from anything, any condition, even if you break your leg. So I consider it to be all good. Is it tiring at first? Yes, it's tiring because it's not something that my brain is used to doing. I'm used to my default, and most of our defaults is to the other part of the brain, which is easier. It's that negativity bias that always wants to be there telling us we're never going to succeed or we're always going to fail. I mean, that's part of the primitive part of the brain that we're actually rewiring through this process. So what I'm doing these days is I'm doing my visualizations. I think that's been a really huge piece for me this last week or so, is like incorporating that like a DNRS Gupta method. It doesn't have to be a certain program, but you just do your visualizations and visualize, the life that you want, basically. Somatic tracking and pain reprocessing therapy, because I, in this last month, have had such an enormous amount of pain that pain reprocessing therapy is really amazing. You can look into it, but there's so much neuroscience that back this, that you can actually reprocess the pain. So I do that, and that's just a somatic tracking exercise. So yeah, it's a daily, I'm doing it all day, every day. I mean, what else am I going to do? Literally most days I can't even open my eyes. I'm surprised I'm even making this video because I'm really in it. So yeah. So again, I'm not sure if I'll keep this channel. I feel like, I was a very vain person before all this, and I've just like let it all go. It's crazy. I mean, I don't have a choice right now, but it's hard to put myself out there like this. So we'll see what happens, but thanks everybody for all your comments, and for your love and support and care through all of this. And yeah, I mean, I guess I will kind of keep you posted as things go on. My concern about keeping the channel is that am I being like putting negativity out there when I need to be like really focusing on healing? I don't know. So we will see. But anyway, lots of love. And as far as benzo withdrawal goes, like you're doing great. Like I feel like that was like a previous chapter for me. That's just how I feel. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is a setback and maybe it's still part of withdrawal. I don't know. But I got to a place in my life that was just so exquisite and so amazing and just so beautiful. So keep going, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.